Welcome, everyone. I am super excited to be here with Brian Sherwood, my co-lead for the NCFLT for the American Cancer Society. And we are super excited to be presenting the awards for making strides against breast cancer for 2021. And these awards seek to honor and recognize all of those who have gone above and beyond to help the American Cancer Society lead the fight for a world without breast cancer through the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer movement. From engaging survivors or an entire school community to promoting your event or creating an event experience to remember, our individual victories will collectively translate to the ultimate victory of beating our biggest rival, breast cancer. So tonight, we're here to present these awards in two categories, nomination-based and as well as data determined.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm excited to be here with you, my co-lead Cameron Graber. And we are going to start off with the nomination-based Spirit of Strides Awards. So if you're not familiar with the Spirit of Strides Awards, they're intended to honor and recognize both a community as well as an individual or team that embodies the relentless making strides spirit and commitment that has propelled the success of this movement for more than 2 decades. All of these awardees were submitted by regional leadership volunteers or staff. They have already won. They're already winners. Everybody here tonight is already a winner at the regional level. And then there will be one winner in the community category and one in the individual and team category nationally. So Cameron, am I starting with our event for this evening?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Okay, I'm excited. I am so thrilled to share that the national event winner is the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer of Orange County, California. I have a lot to tell you about Orange County, so I'm going to get started. Making Strides of Orange County came out of the COVID-19 pandemic with a goal and knocked it out of the park. This event not only doubled their event gross income, but met their original event income goal just in sponsorship alone a month out from their event. This was done by thoughtful stewardship and engagement of event sponsors, teams, and community partners, leveraging the power of relationships and relationship building. This year's event pivoted to a modified in-person walk to help retain sponsors and encourage corporate team fundraising, resulting in a corporate team, tax relief associates, raising $10,000 on top of their $5,000 sponsor. That's awesome. This event saw 2,000 participants at an in-person walk and had excellent media coverage by CBS2 and KCAL9, featuring corporate team leaders and survivor testimonials, including from Team UPS. Not only did this event retain 100% of their 2020 sponsors, which is not an easy feat, but they grew in sponsorship as well, celebrating 4 new pace setters joining the elite group of event pace setters. Making Strides of Orange County was goaled at $114,000 and is anticipated to end up closer to $242,000. A lot of innovation there and pivoting, as we all know, that's been so necessary for Strides over the past 2 years, and we love to see it. Orange County, great job. Now let's hear about the individual, Cameron.
Yeah. So I am super excited to present the individual Spirit of Strides Award to John Teagan of Boston, Massachusetts. John Teagan III is a member of Troop Teagan for Lorraine, his mom. 2021 marked the 29th consecutive year that John and his family participated in the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer of Boston. John and the members of Troop Teagan for Lorraine are part of the fabric of the Boston Making Strides Against Breast Cancer family. John is a longtime dedicated pace setter and was part of the very first Boston pace setter class. And over the course of the last 8 years, John has distinguished himself as the Boston Strides top fundraiser and continually is recognized as one of the top 10 national fundraisers. And he also recognized the need for the Boston Making Strides to incorporate the corporate support. And when many corporations were unable to offer support in 2020 during the height of the pandemic, John committed to the event and supported their rolling rally by becoming a gold screen sponsor. He continues his own personal team fundraising and quietly matches all of his personal fundraising donations at the end of his year, adding to his personal fundraising total. His commitment to the cause is unparalleled and honors the legacy of his mother, which is simply, you never stop caring about the needs and wants of others. So congratulations, John, for all the great work that you've done.
Yeah, that is amazing. And from the work in the pandemic, and now coming out of wherever we are right now in the pandemic world, we appreciate John's support, and it sounds like he's been a supporter for a very long time. So I think he's earned well earned this award as well. So congratulations to both of our Spirit of Strides winners. I did also want to mention that Cameron and I didn't learn all of this by going to these events ourselves. We are also grateful for the folks that have nominated so many amazing Strides volunteers, as well as Making Strides communities, and we read from their nominations in both of these awards as well. So we are going to move right along to some of our data-driven awards. So first we want to talk about those top events. So those top Making Strides events across the country. This is quite an amazing list, let me tell you folks. But we do want to give a special shout out to Making Strides of Long Island, New York. They have raised over $1.8 million in 2021, which is fantastic. And I know that obviously the New York area and so many of the other events that are on this list have done such amazing work in raising funds in the fight against breast cancer. And we're so grateful for all these communities.
Yeah, up next we have the top 10 individual fundraisers. You might see a familiar name, John, as the top national fundraiser with a little over $100,000. So congrats, John, again, for being the top one. And then we also see Teresa as, again, a little over 100,000. And it's just astounding to see how much impact one person can have. So again, congrats to these top 10 individuals.
Fantastic.
And then it looks like I'm up again. The top 10 non-corporate fundraising teams. These are teams that, as you can see, are not affiliated with a corporation. And we have 4 that fundraised a little over 100,000, one including Allison's Army, with fundraising $122,000. Again, this is astounding dollars raised for the fight against breast cancer. And I want to meet some of these people, don't you, Brian?
Yeah, for sure. I was just going to say, Cameron, like, this is one of the things that I just love about Strides is that we've got these corporate and non-corporate teams fundraising at the same events, fundraising, hundreds of thousands of dollars in the fight against breast cancer, and it's just, it shows at these events. I was lucky to be at the one here in North Texas this year, and, it was great to just see all of that excitement back in person in 2021. So we're so grateful for all these non-corporate teams. But we know Strides is also popular with our corporate partners and a great way to get the whole corporation involved. And so we've got our top 10 corporate fundraising teams here. You can see our top fundraising team is the Premex Pink Warriors, raising over $178,000, and several others on this list. I mean, the bottom of this list is $67,000, so that should tell you everything you need to know about these top corporate fundraising teams. And I think it's important to note that so many of these teams not only fundraise via corporate donations or via sponsorships, but so many of them do their own fundraising. The employees get involved. They're their day of. We heard about that a little bit in the story with Orange County earlier. And so we're so grateful for not only our corporate partners, but the employees that have helped make this fundraising possible in the fight against breast cancer. And to that end, I should shout out our top nationwide multi-team, so the Chevrolet dealerships. We have our partnership annually with Chevrolet on social media, raising funds in the fight against cancer. But if you've been to a Making Strides, it's very likely that you've seen, a pink car at Strides from our friends at Chevrolet. And so many of the dealerships participate across the country, and we're very grateful for their support as well. So thank you so much to Chevrolet dealerships from across the country.
And up next, I'm excited to share our top nationwide team, which is Premex Pink Warriors. And like we said, they're our top team, corporate and non-corporate. I'm also super excited to present our Hero of Research Award to also Premex Pink Warriors. So this award is given to any team who fundraises over $175,500, and they get to be able to dedicate this grant in their honor, which they decided to call it the Fund the Future Legacy Award, and it is funding a researcher at the University of Arkansas Medical Sciences campus, and his name is Kirk L. West. Brian, do you want to read off what his research is about?
Yeah, but I'll put a little caveat in front of that I am not a science guy, so please forgive me here, although there's not really any hard words in here. Defining the role of LC8 TLK1/2 axis in the DNA repair pathway. So that's exciting. The also known as the Premax Pink Warriors Fund the Future Legacy Grant, as you mentioned, Cameron.
Yeah, so congrats, Premax Pink Warriors, for once again another award.
Yeah, but they weren't done yet, Cameron. So, this would be really impressive if this was maybe their first year of fundraising and they're in this Hero of Research class, which is such a cool program. But, that's not the end of the story. We're also excited to share that the Premax Pink Warriors are also part of our Legacy Team program. These are teams that have raised over $1 million just in their own cumulative fundraising. So Premax Pink Warriors out of Making Strides of Greater Charlotte, North Carolina. You all are a legacy team, and we are so grateful for not only your commitment in 2021, but your commitment in the fight against breast cancer, since starting with the American Cancer Society. So, and I think that will wrap us up here. So many amazing award winners. We are so excited to see not only what happened with Making Strides in 2021, but we're excited to see what comes in 2022 with these events again in October.
Yeah, like Brian said, congrats to all of our award winners, and thanks for tuning in tonight.
Yeah, thanks everybody.